It is indeed extremely cloudy for a Sunday here in South Florida. I'm over here. I'm in a place where I used to be one of the places that I would frequent as a child when I'd stay with my grandmother. Welcome everybody, Russell J.S. here. I'm coming to you, it is May 11th, 2025, and it is Sunday afternoon. I want to wish all of you who are mothers, I want to wish you all a happy Mother's Day, and I want to wish all your mothers happy Mother's Day as well. Right now I am in North Naples, and standing right in front of me is the Pavilion Condo Club. Right beyond those gates, my grandmother had a condo way down there to the left. And at the time, my parents used to sell Amway, and they'd go to the Amway conventions. Sometimes they'd go to Miami, sometimes Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, Atlanta, Georgia. And they would leave me for a weekend with my grandmother and my Aunt Betty, God rest both their souls. And one of the places I went to, now this video of, wait, let me do the intro. It's your third show on the Russell J.S. channel. It's the Weekly J.S. Now, where I'm standing at is the Pavilion Shopping Center. Now, while I was staying with my grandmother for a weekend, I would go ahead and for the occasion, I brought my vintage Vision Shredder skateboard that I've had since I was 11 years old. Now, remember, if you're new to the channel, hit a like, subscribe, leave comments in the box down below, and hit the bell for future notifications. Now, without further ado, let's check this bad Oscar out, shall we? Down this alleyway, I would ride my skateboard up and down in the back here, try to practice tricks and everything. But, and you look back here, lots of room, plenty of space to go ahead and learn ollies and 360s, 180s, and fakies and catwalks. I don't know if I could still do it. I haven't been on this thing in over, I don't know how many years. I'm almost afraid to get on it. Yeah, that's as far as I go with that. I'm kind of getting too old for that. But anyway, I used to frequent around this place because there was a lot of things. And you know what? I took a walk around, and it has changed over the years since I was 17. What do I mean by that? Well, take a shopping center that you remember from when you were a kid, and fast forward 30 years. In 30 years' time, businesses move out, go elsewhere, and they make way for other businesses, more upscale businesses. Here, let me put the skateboard back in the hatch of Road Trip here. There we go. Yes. An awful lot has changed since I was last here, Pac the Man. Uh-huh. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and drive around. I'd walk around, but there's so much activity happening at this moment right now. So we're just gonna drive around in the parking lot, and I'll show you what I remember that used to be here. Yeah, this Naples Cyclery, it's a upscale bicycle shop, looks like. It used to be a bank. I remember that. And I can remember I would ride my skateboard. There used to be signs up on those posts there, on them columns, that used to say, no bicycling. People are getting out of the movies. I can't believe a movie theater is still up here. This movie theater right here, I saw quite a few movies. My first time I saw Home Alone, my second time I saw Home Alone 2, second time I saw Wayne's World, and right next to it is a barber shop, which used to be a Blimpies, which was a competition for Subway. And there used to be a bookstore here. Now it's a veterinarian. In that bookstore right there where it says Urgent Vet, I used to buy a lot of my skateboard magazines and my heavy metal magazines and books, novels, you know, stuff that kids like to read. And anyway, as I was saying, there used to be signs that said no skateboarding or bicycling or rollerblading on the sidewalk. But you know what? Those rules did not apply to Russell J.S. at the tender age of 13. No, they didn't. I was a renegade punk rebel rouser at my age. My grandmother didn't realize how independent I really was even at that age. And, you know, across the street, there's a Publix shopping center right there across the street. But where that LA Fitness is, used to be the Publix. My grandmother and my Aunt Betty, they used to walk from the condo, you know, two little old ladies, they used to walk from the condo, walk over to Publix, grab a shopping cart, do their grocery shopping. And what would happen was they would walk the shopping cart right back to the condo. And of course, my mother would say, make sure you bring the shopping cart back to Publix for Grandma. And I did, being a good grandson. And let's see. Boy, lots has changed here. Tony's New York Pizza, that was not there. I remember there was a small mom and pop video store that used to be in here. My dad bought my grandmother a VCR. She had never had one. So that way, when they went on trips to do Amway conventions, I could walk over to the video store and rent a couple flicks. Naples Jewelers, my friend's place. Wow. It's more of an upscale shopping plaza. Irish Times, I believe, used to be Chelsea's Bar and Grill, where my Uncle Robin used to go have a few beers. And right where you see it says Happy Feet Plus and Salon Suites, that used to be a Walgreens. My Aunt Kathy worked at that Walgreens. She was on a cigarette break. And a limousine, while she was on a smoke break, a limousine pulled up, and a guy with long hair and a gorgeous woman got out of the back of the limo to go get some liquor. Turned out he was one of the members of the Scorpions. So all you Scorpion fans out there, yeah, the Scorpions will go to Walgreens to buy liquor and whatever they want. I would have figured not a lot of activity happening considering it's Mother's Day. But yeah, it's amazing how much places change in years. I forget what this street is called, but there's the Publix shopping plaza. They moved Publix over there. But yeah, there was a time, you know, this place was almost like a playground for me. Okay, there's the Collier County Sheriff's Office. All right, I'm at the light of Vanderbilt Beach Road and Golf Pavilion Drive. And we're coming up shortly close to what is the Ritz-Carlton in Naples, which would be that real tall building over there. We're coming up to it on the left. You could actually, if you want to go to Vanderbilt Beach, I think the last time I was here was about 8 years ago. You could park in the parking garage of the Ritz-Carlton and not have to pay to go on the beach. And I'm going to give you a little bit of rock and roll history here. I found out in 1989, before I knew who they even were, the Rolling Stones did a one-night only concert in the ballroom of the Ritz-Carlton right here on the left in down here in Naples. And I believe they stayed. I can imagine what was going on at that time. And also, if there are you Rush fans out there, if I'm sure you heard about the trouble guitarist Alex Lifeson got himself into down in South Florida. There's where the place was, the scene of the crime, per se. He got into a brawl. Somebody attacked his son. He was arrested and charged with assault and battery. My aunt was taking mugshots at the time, and she took his mugshot. So if you ever see the mugshot of Alex Lifeson, if it appears anywhere on the internet, yep, there it is, the Ritz-Carlton. My aunt took that picture. Beach activity happening. A lot of folks going to the beach today. And that sign says, I can't make a right turn at the red light. Oh well. But yep, everybody's getting... Beach must have been packed today on a Sunday down here in Naples. But yeah, there were times I used to ride the skateboard up and down this area as well. Some good times. Good times. Up. Green light. No alcohol. Do not pass. Do not litter. Like we need a sign to tell us that. Looks like there's some construction about to go on here. And it is also good to note that there had been a couple movies that were filmed out here in this area. I don't know if you would be familiar with the buddy fishing comedy Gone Fishing, starring Joe Pesci and Danny Glover. Real cute movie. If you've never seen it, see if you can stream it or find a DVD copy. Real funny movie. I mean, it became a huge big deal around this area because Joe Pesci and Danny Glover were in town. Whoa, look at that. We're really getting upscale. A lot has changed. I don't remember any of this, although the last time I came around these parts was when I was 17. But yeah, you got mansions here. Wow. It is also noted that Judge Judy has a place out here. So does Steven Spielberg, and so do a lot of famous elites. See, there's the big lake or canal, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I don't remember any of this being here when I was a kid. A lot has changed. But yeah, that movie theater, there was a lot of movies I saw over there, a lot of memories I have of skateboarding. I mean, around that shopping center. I have memories of going to that movie theater to see movies. Like I said, I saw Home Alone, the first Home Alone movie for the first time. Second time was Back Home in Cape Coral. I saw Wayne's World for the second time, which the first time was in Fort Myers. And, you know, I would eventually see it a third time. And what else was it? I saw Lethal Weapon 3. I saw Batman Returns, the live-action Super Mario Brothers movie. Well, I also saw that movie Stay Tuned with John Ritter, that awful, bad family comedy. I guess he jumped onto that because in the 2 previous years, John Ritter had done Problem Child and Problem Child 2, and they thought, okay, this would be a perfect vehicle for him. And it also starred Pam Dauber, Mindy of Mork and Mindy fame, and Jeffrey Jones, the dad from Beetlejuice, who got himself busted in some child porn thing, and Eugene Levy. I don't really want to get into that movie. It was really bad. Cheesy, lousy, wannabe family comedy. Now we're driving upwards out of Naples we're going to be on our way to Bonita shortly. Here I am, I'm holding my phone and steering road trip at the same time. Pack the Man kind of looks nervous. Don't worry, Pack the Man, you don't have nothing to be nervous about. Just enjoy the scenery. What we have to worry about is this guy in front of us driving a little bit too slow. Let's see, what is the speed limit? Okay, the speed limit is 35, so yeah, he's going the average speed limit, I guess. But yeah, a lot of this wasn't here when I was a kid. But yeah, a lot of memories I have of the Pavilion. They got a lot of places there I don't think I could afford to eat at or go see a movie at. But, it's good. It's good to reminisce. That's what I like to do sometimes. I like to reminisce on things in general when I take a trip, like a road trip. I mean, I do encourage that for you out there. Like if, one day you get bored, just get in the car, go someplace, that you remember from your past. Drive out there and reminisce. It's probably changed since the last time you were there. But, reminisce and remember what it used to be, what the place meant to you. I know the Pavilion, there's a lot of good times, a lot of good memories. And sometimes we just got to go back to look at places and reminisce on things. At any rate, this is your old pal, Russell J.S. As usual, I want you to... Hold on, let me do the outro. I want you to... Always telling you to keep it fresh, keep it real, keep it chill. Listen to old school rock, like from the 70s, 80s, 90s. Play some Atari, play some Nintendo, play some Sega Genesis, ColecoVision, and Television, whatever consoles you desire. And Godspeed, may the force be with you always. And shakalaka kapow! Weekly J.S. over.